Today we talk to Bernard Parker. He's a football player, he's a businessman, he's an author. We're going to talk about his new book. We're going to talk about what the future holds for Bernard Parker. He's had 73 appearances for Bafana. He's the second highest goal scorer with 23 goals. He's played Champions League football with FC Twente. He's played in Serbia for Red
Star Belgrade.
Red Star Belgrade. There we have it. I said it about 6 times before the interview. I still got it wrong. We're going to talk about his new book. He plays for TS Galaxy now in Mpumalanga. So it's going to be an exciting conversation about what he's done and what he's about to do. So stay tuned. Bernard Parker, my brother.
My brother.
Thanks for joining us. I know it was difficult to get you.
No, thanks for having me. It's an honor here to sit with you in this interview, and I accept this interview with great gratitude, my brother.
Thanks, my brother. And congratulations. Well done on your success. We've read all of that. Second highest goal scorer for Bafana, Champions League player. Over 350 appearances for Kaizer Chiefs.
Yeah.
You've played for about 20 years, dude.
This coming season will be the 20th season.
20 years, man. Huh?
Yes.
Well done.
Thanks, man.
Well done.
Thanks, man.
I think first question is, how did you stay? What's the right word here? How did you stay consistent
yeah.
and relevant in football for 20 years? Because I played. I trained with under 17s.
Mm-hmm.
Was it last year? I hurt my ankle. I stopped.
Yeah.
And I'm 38. I'm a year older than you. But obviously, I'm not comparing myself to you.
Mm-hmm.
But these boys are quick, eh?
They're quick.
These boys are quick.
Quick.
I couldn't keep up. And I left. I hurt my ankle. I said, no, this is not for me anymore.
Yeah.
Let me act my age.
Let you do what you know best.
Let me talk rather instead of
or delegate. Talk or delegate.
talk and delegate.
Yeah.
Let me not hurt myself. How did you this longevity? How do you do? No, not many people stay in professional football that long. It's maybe Cristiano Ronaldo.
So very few.
There are few. You can count them maybe on two fingers. They play up until
2 hands. Yeah.
2 hands. Yeah.
It's tough, Leroy. It's tough, and I am thankful, and I'm blessed that God has gifted me this talent, and it's not easy. It's really not easy. There's a whole lot of things that you have to prioritize, and there's a whole lot of sacrifice you have to do. There's a whole lot of things that you have to align within your hustle. And football is my hustle. Football, and the reason why I'm saying it's my hustle, everyone is hustling to put food on the table. So I would say their job is to put food on the table. It's their hustle. So football is my hustle, and that's what puts food on the table. And it started at a proper development. So till today, I would say that my mom made the best decision ever by letting me go to the School of Excellence, and I thank her for that. And every day, I tell her how glad and how appreciated that I am that she saw the future before I could see it. That's the kind of support I had from my mom. And through the school, with all the ingredients and all the methods that I've learned at the school, that is what sustained me in this professional career. Should I go any further?
No, it's interesting. I'm thinking while you were talking. I wrote 2 things
or
down.
Should I break it down for you?
No, which you said it's proper development. So what do you think that the School of Excellence no longer exists?
Still exists.
Still exists.
Not the same.
Not at the same level. Not that well managed as it used to be.
Yeah.
So property, when you say proper development, how does that set you apart from? Look, we played for Boksburg. I think what was under 13, under 15. When did you go to School of Excellence? So when did you leave?
I left when I was 13.
You left so I was under 15.
Yes.
So I'm a year older than you. Right? I might look a bit more older, but I'm just a year older.
Yeah.
And we stayed at Boksburg. Some of us, look, I wasn't that good to play for Chiefs or play for Bafana, but that was all right.
Yeah.
Made the pick sides and the sides and stuff.
Yes, I clearly remember, yeah.
And what would be the difference for someone like myself that played for Boksburg? I wasn't good enough to go to School of Excellence, but and someone that went there, what's the difference that you learn?
The difference I only get to learn now. I only get to realize now. The reason why I only get to realize now is because I felt that let me educate myself within what I love. So what I love playing, which is football and sports. Said to myself, why don't I educate me with what I love? So then I educated myself, and I'm currently on 4 qualifications, and I'm still now going for another 2. And reason why is that I need to know what does it take behind the scenes, also as a professional, how to conduct myself, how to look after my body, how to understand my body, all of those things I get to understand it within my playing career. And it also was a plus to my development. So it started my development. The reason why is it development, because at the development it's so crucial when you develop an athlete or you develop a soccer player, you can't skip stages.
You can't skip stages.
When you do skip stages, let me tell you the reason why. When you do skip stages, your professional career is shortened.
Okay.
When you do not skip stages, your professional career is lengthened.
Maybe we're going to tell her, but you can take that. Is it your son? Take that. I know you.
My love?
Stages in football.
Sorry, babe?
You guys know the stages.
With Leroy doing the interview? Oh yes, for sure. I'll tell Leroy. Yeah. All right. Okay, babe. Love you too, babe.
So sweet.
Leroy.
So sweet. Hey, the support, the love, the loving wife. Hey, that's part of it. You talked about stages, but as you said, it's not easy in the beginning. It can't be easy because most people don't. Most soccer players don't. I'm not going to do examples, but most soccer players, you come from township. Most soccer players come from
that's how God
Kasi, a township somewhere. They come into professional football. You guys get paid a lot of money, and then what you do is you come back to the same township with the BMW and the whatever, and you start partying now and what, and then you lose focus, and hence most. Let's not say most, but let's say some soccer players' careers. So is you saying that the discipline comes from the school of excellence and the support from the family, and then you said stages. What are the stages?
There are certain stages that, in order to develop a top professional, an elite player, there are certain stages that I also get to understand when I was doing my coaching courses. There are certain stages that you have to implement early into the athlete's upbringing, because if you do put that, maybe an example, if you instill respect, discipline, and dedication, all those fundamentals early, when he becomes professional, he's got that already in him. So when you become professional, you're dealing with a whole lot of things. Dealing with people around you, dealing with different players, different coaches,
the fame,
and
the
all
money,
of those, the money. So all of those things, you'll be able to manage it well because it's been instilled into you at an early age. So now, if those stages, if few fundamentals are skipped, and now you become professional, now you don't know, when you get all of this money, you don't know what to do with the money. So now you just splash it. You don't know, you don't know how to save. You don't know certain stuff. You just splash it. Also, if you don't have discipline and respect, now you feel like you're the man, you're the boss. You disrespect your family members. You tell them no, you are the breadwinner. They can't tell you anything. You know, things like that come into play if the development stages have been skipped.
And this starts at what age now?
This starts
What's the main age?
It starts at an early age. Firstly, at home. At home, from the age of 6 to 12, at home, to come out of a good home. Then the stage from 12 to 16. That's the very critical stage, because now when the athlete now becomes 12, when the athlete turns 12, when it is 12, turning 13, those are critical stages, because now the athlete get to understand why are they why are they at school, what needs to be done from them, so they get to understand the do's, the don'ts, the wrongs, the rights, the ifs, the buts. They get to understand all of that. At the same time is that they also have body changes as well.
That's when you start.
Yes.
Your voice starts breaking.
You're getting exactly pubic hair, a little bit of thingy, pubic hair, underarm hair. You
start thinking about girls.
Maybe girls. Also the attitude changes as well.
Yeah.
Now they back check you, you know. So between the age of 13 and 16, that's a very crucial stage where you now tighten the screws. We're now tightening the screws in terms of making sure that they don't go off the rail. And then from 16 upwards, now you trigger the mental part, because now they have gone through the whole development. They know the basics, they know all the fundamentals and how to apply all of that. So now from 16 and upwards, now you trigger the mindset. Now you prepare the mental part of it. So you're preparing the mental part of it, you know, if I can make an example, that they have to be aware of their actions. They have to be aware of what they're doing. That's off the field. But now when it comes to the field, they have to be now, they are now, you trigger the mind in a way is you make them understand how to play.
The technical stuff. Because most of the things you spoke about now is mental stuff. Respect, discipline.
Yeah.
What else?
Your fundamentals and your principles. Respect, discipline, behavior, how to conduct yourself. What else can I say? Prioritizing, you know. Also, self-love. The self-love is now, you know, looking after yourself as well. The self-love is now that those, what can I say? That you know you have to clean behind yourself. That you know wherever you go, you have to also look proper. You know, so I mean, like those fundamentals and principles.
That's interesting, eh?
Yes, they get to be think early. So but once you skip those stages, it is very difficult for any coach or anybody or wherever you're gonna work, you know, to deal with you.
Because you find a player that comes professionally. I think you only find it in South Africa. I don't know if you find it anywhere else. Where he's 27.
Yes.
And you see this guy for the first time. He's like,
exactly.
this man is 27. Where did he come from?
Exactly. Perfect example is the player who used to play for Pirates. His name is Lennox Bakela.
Yeah.
Lennox Bakela became professional late. I think it was 25, 26. He became professional late. By the age of 30, he retired.
Very short career.
Very short.
Look,
career.
football is short, but he had like a really short career.
Really short.
Really short career.
Yeah. So your career should be between 10 to 15 years. That should be your career. 15 years is a plus. But I'm going for 20, so that's plus.
So what I'm gathering is you're saying the difference between a great athlete, football player, and just a normal average. It sounds like it's obviously talent, all right? It's talent, but it's more mental than what it is physical. Am I not?
It goes. Talent is there. We all got talent.
Yeah.
As we mentioned also
Yeah.
earlier on, you had the football talent as well. You understand? So we all got talent. But what separates us is what, how we've, what have we added onto the talent. That's what separates us. What we've added onto the talent. All those fundamentals and principles that I mentioned. You know, those things that you add onto the talent, because I believe talent is only 20%.
Talent is 20%.
Talent is only 20%.
What's the 80%?
The 80% is all those other ingredients.
Discipline,
all of those
respect,
things.
passion, education. As you said, you're a student. Like let's say I'm into property. I'm continuously learning about. You have to continuously learn.
Yep.
What do I eat? What is it? Do I eat 5 times? Do I eat once? If I eat before the game, what do I eat? If I eat after the game, if I train, I don't know. How do you guys train?
Yes, because it also there's now the mental part, because that's also good that you're aware what you're doing. You're aware of your actions. You're aware of your preparation. You're aware of your of what you're working towards. Because now with us, our training is a weekly cycle. It's a weekly cycle and it's a weekly preparation, and it's different preparation. The reason we're doing preparation because we play different teams, and different teams it's got different methods, different style of play. So week in, week out, we have to plan differently for us to overcome by planning. How can we exploit their weakness, and what can we be aware of their strengths? You know, to be cautious and aware of their strengths. So also with us as footballers, every week it's a new thing. So we have to consistently be receptive in terms of learning every day.
Is it not difficult for you for a coach to come? Let's say I'm a coach, I'm a young coach, I'm coming out to TS Galaxy, I'm taking over and I'm saying, listen Bernard, I've watched YouTube videos, and do you not want to, this is how we're going to do it today, and you thinking, and you sitting now, obviously you've got 20 years of experience, you come from School of Excellence to Champions League to World Cup. Yeah, we even forgot about the World Cup, dude. You see,
the World Cup.
To the World Cup, and this coach comes and he says, do this. And you're thinking, that just doesn't make sense. How do you react? Because now people, obviously the youngsters also look at you to say, how's this guy going to receive this? Because if he doesn't want to do it, I'm also not going to do it.
Yeah, true. I do get those types of moments where, you know, a new coach comes and he's telling us different types of philosophies and different types of styles and different types of stuff. And then it goes into my mind, I'm like, really? You know, I've got a coaching qualification, and what you're talking now, it's just
Doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make sense. And what you're talking now, it won't only make sense to me, but it won't make sense to the rest of the squad. But also what you're talking now, I don't think maybe it will add value to the players, you know. So I do think of those type of stuff.
What do you do?
What I do is I don't question,
Okay.
because most senior players they make the mistake by questioning the coach or trying to reason with the coach. And then the next thing the coach says, no, I don't want senior players anymore in the team. I'm just going to be with the youngsters. What the youngsters do, they just hungry. They just want to play.
They'll do anything.
They'll do anything. They just want to play. So what I do is I let the coach be him. I support him, but I support him in a positive way. So I would analyze and observe and pick out the positives, what he's trying to get to us. And then I will integrate with the players and I'll tell them, you know what the coach is trying to say actually means that you have to do this and that and that, you know. So as a senior player, I actually echo the coach's voice in a positive way because of the positives that I've seen. And then also when I'm in the field of play and the coach probably gives the player a different instruction and say, don't do this, do that, whatever. Then I would come to him and I'll tell him, hey, you know what works for us is working for us. So, okay, what the coach says, he says, but can't you grasp that? This has been working for you, now he's saying that and now that's not working. But this is what I suggest we should do, and take the coach's instruction, but also remember we in the field of play. So we will try to get solutions in the field of play, and most of the time it works. Sometimes it doesn't, but most of the time it works. So as senior players as well, you also learn from the coaches, because we're also going to become coaches. So you learn from the coaches by taking the positives out of the coaches. So from all the coaches that has coached me, I just take all the positives out of it.
And put what you don't like on the shelf.
And put what I don't like on the shelf, because we're not perfect. All of us, we're not perfect. Even myself as a player, I'm not perfect. That's why I also get to learn from the youngsters as well.
And you're going to be a coach too. You know, that's a difficult job. The coach takes the blame and he leaves first.
Hey, I'm telling you, stress.
Now tell me, when you become a coach, because you said you got your badges.
Yeah.
So you are basically now a professional coach. Or you can be.
I can be a professional coach, but not a head coach yet.
Not a head coach, you can be an assistant.
Assistant, yes.
If you had to, how would your team play? Would your team play like Pep, like Jurgen Klopp? What's your style? Would they play like Mourinho, counter-attacking, maybe that's Alex Ferguson with wingers? If you were the coach of Bernard Parker FC, which coach would your team play like?
Okay. What I've also learned that coaches come up with their own philosophies, their own what is this word that I want? Okay, I would say style of play. And you come up with the style of play by the personnel that you have. You understand?
You can't just do something if you don't have the
if you don't have the wingers. If you say now my style is wing play, and the team that you got don't have wingers, so you can't now play players out of their position or not according to their strengths, and then now they're not being productive, they're not being effective. So you, as a coach, what I've learned is that you let the guys play. You let the guys play, you let them keep playing, you observe, you identify their strengths, you pick up their weaknesses, you pick up also where they can improve, you also pick up you also pick up their response. So you also have to listen to them, what they say, what they feel. So all of those things, you have to put it all in one basket, or you put all those things in one pot for you to have a good meal. And it's not easy as a coach. I've seen coaches, they don't sleep. They think the whole day. So your players that you have, your personnel that you have, they will determine the style of football that you play. Some coaches, like as you mentioned, your Peps, your Alex Fergusons, your Jurgen Klopps, the big guys, they got money. Yeah. They got money. They can buy according to.
But let's say if you could. Let's say if you could, when you're coaching, you can say, listen, I'm Patrice. I can buy any player in Africa. Yeah. What style of football do you like? What philosophy would you go?
Would I go across? Yeah. I would go with the traditional 4-2-3-1.
4-2-3-1.
4-2-3-1. It's because the 4-2-3-1 is the system I've played most in my career, and I've gotten used to it. So I know with my eyes closed.
What each player should do in that system.
Yes, with how each player should perform their role. So I would know with my eyes closed. And that's a basic formation, and that formation and that setup covers a whole lot of it covers a whole lot of encounters, and it will also it will also help you produce positive solutions. Yeah. So, and also within that system, you can also tweak in terms of saying the wingers can be inside, and the fullbacks can go high, or you say the wingers stay open, and the fullbacks can come in. So it's in today's football, we all react we have a certain setup, as I just explained, but we also react according to the opposition that we're going to face. So you see.
Because you can have a plan, but when you get in there, it can all go out the window quickly.
Yes. So you got to have like 2 to 3 flexibility within that system, as I just explained. So if you have 2 to 3 flexibility within that system, and now the team that you plan for now comes with a different strategy, then you can quickly improvise.
Okay.
Yes, within that versatility of those one of those
4, 2, 3, 1.
those 3 options.
4, 2, 3, 1. Interesting.
Property Pick is not a typical property listing platform. It is a property investment platform for first-time or seasoned investors looking for good investment properties in South Africa. Property Pick is also ideal for motivated sellers who want to sell their properties fast. Your first listing is absolutely 100% free. There is no catch. Join our community of property investors and sellers and let us help you along your journey. Go to www.propertypick.co.za and subscribe today.
Now, we had the virtual one. I remember we had the virtual conversation.
Yeah.
Where we spoke about how it was in Europe, and we had... What I want to touch on now, so we've spoken about development support, stages of football, the style you would play. So, as I said out before, I wouldn't say you're old, I would say you're wiser.
I'm old.
In football, you're becoming wiser, and you're 37 now.
Yeah.
Now, in sports terms, in football terms, that's right.
It's
You're
old.
basically old.
Basically old. Yeah.
I'm trying to be
put it straight.
polite and politically
Straight.
correct here. You're old, okay? He's old. He's old.
Yes.
Now you're old.
Yeah.
Now you're transitioning from this to the next phase of your life. How's the emotion? How's the feeling? If you go into that to say, is it I'm excited? Am I fearful? Am I clear about what I'm going to do, how it's going to do, how it's going to work out, or am I still are you still figuring out what the next stages are? There's quite a few questions in there.
Yeah.
How's the feeling? How's your overall feeling? Are you excited? Are you sad? Are you nervous? Are you fearful? Are you what's the emotions?
Yeah. Okay. It's a bombarded question. It's back to the
It's
one.
back there. We'll give you time.
Yeah.
Think of one. We'll give you time.
Okay. Yes, Leroy. The good thing is that there's no fear. The reason why there's no fear is because I'm already planning towards that stage. Towards that stage of when the legs can no more keep up within the modern game. The reason why, as I mentioned early on, education. So I educated myself with sports management, and I took up sports marketing. The reason why I took up sports marketing is because I'm a brand, and I have to know how to market my brand to the best of my ability. Then I took on personal training, exercise science, sports nutrition, so that I know and understand my body, you know, and how to react according to what my body when my body speaks to me. And now currently doing sports psychology and life coaching. So,
where did you get time to do all this?
That's what a top professional do. You have to find time.
Yeah, so I didn't even know you did all that, man.
And you have to do all of that balancing.
So you're really a student of the
family
game, man.
life as well. Yes. So as I mentioned earlier on, what you love doing, why don't you educate yourself what you love doing? A lot of us go to school because our mom says or our dad says, no, you must also study while you play. Then they go study for being a doctor or a lawyer or a boiler maker or an engineer, you know, which is not their passion.
Yeah.
You see, and then when they stop football with those qualifications, you know, you have to start afresh.
Being a nine engineer, you used to being with the guys in the field.
Correct.
And
yes.
I have to do something on your own.
I have to transition now in a whole different environment.
Yeah.
Because you're not
Which
used
you
to.
haven't been in, and now you're already 37.
Exactly, exactly.
Which is not impossible, but it's just more difficult.
Which is more difficult, you know. So I get to be blessed with the energy that I get to prepare myself when it comes to the days where now I'm gonna finally hang my boots, you know, and I'm still doing it. I'm still doing it. I'm still connecting. I'm still interacting. And the good thing about it is now as well, I felt that let me give back. You know, let me give back in terms of getting the next star, inspiring the next star, inspiring the next person. Because it has to be a next generation that has to kick in.
Yeah.
And that's why I took on sports management. So now I can also manage and what is this other word? Mentor players as well, which is my strength. I've been a leader at teams, and I've been captaining teams. So I also know my strength, and I said to myself, why don't I prepare myself for when I hang up my boots? And a whole lot of things come to mind. I got coaching qualifications. I can get administration qualification. I can be in administration after football. I can be in management after football. So I equip myself overall. So when that stage finally comes, we have to now put the nail on the wall and hang my boots. Then I'm covered. So whichever decision I'm gonna make, I know that I've got at least some kind of knowledge about it.
Yes, so that's good. That's good. We should get that piece and put it. That's inspiring for I think for young people, even for myself, for young footballers, for footballers that are currently playing, coming up. The amount of time you put in, the amount of effort you put in, the excellence that you've focused on to equip yourself.
Yes.
That's really inspiring.
Yeah.
To become what's the right word in your field? Become
in my field we say a complete player.
a complete player.
And I would say the modern professional.
A modern professional. So now after this, you can go anywhere. You can go into
Administration.
You can be a technical director. You can be a coach. You can be a
Team manager.
team manager.
I can be in administration.
You can be. Have
Be
you
a
ever thought
coach.
about owning your own professional team?
My own club. I've thought about an academy. Thanks for bringing that up. I thought about an academy because I'm already in sports management and I'm helping a lot of players in terms of giving them that extra support in their journey. So I thought about opening up an academy and from that academy, bring the players together within the academy because I'm here, I'm trying my best and I'm all over the show and I cannot split myself all over the show. So I said, why don't I try and get an academy and bring them all centrally, put them on my database, and then from there monitor their progress and fuel them with what they need in their progress. So it is in the pipeline.
Okay, nice.
And it also goes together with the foundation, because now I've also got a foundation now as well.
Foundation. How does the foundation work? A lot of famous people like yourself have foundations. And you say, what does foundation do? It seems if you become famous, you need to have a foundation. Eh?
Yes. I don't know what a foundation does. I don't know what a foundation does, but I just felt that let me open the foundation because when you become famous, a lot of people want stuff.
That was my next question, dude. Is it not annoying being famous because I know we're from the same place, and I know people. Everyone wants something, not from me, from you.
Yeah.
Someone wants a boot, someone wants a photo, someone wants money, someone wants his son to be connected to Kaizer Chiefs, someone his son is not good enough, someone wants this to paint their house, someone lends money, someone wants shoes. You just bombarded with the requests, and no one asked, "When the fuck are you? Do you need something?"
Exactly. You see.
What can I do for you, brother?
Exactly.
You're right.
Exactly, Leroy.
How's that? Because it's so annoying.
You don't get that question.
How are you? They just say, "Hey, aren't this, come this, do this." I also asked you, do this interview. We all want stuff from you, right? How's that? How do you? I don't think no one enjoy. I think it's annoying. I think maybe in the beginning, it can be nice, eh? I think it can get annoying after a while.
Yeah, because in the beginning, it feels nice because you think now you're getting all the attention and all of that, right? And then as time goes on, then you get to be wise and you get to realize, this one is fake, this one is real, this one is that type, this one is that type. So I will try and avoid that. I will try and think that. But still within the process, there's still people that also be manipulative in a way, you know. And you just give. Even at some stage, where people will, if you say you don't have, they will even undress you. They'll say, "No, I'm taking this jacket from you. At least I'll have something from you." So everyone wants something from you.
Yeah.
You know. So the reason why I got the foundation is because I want to give back to those who really need.
Yeah,
And
that's good.
giving back to those who really need. I don't have the money. I also have to look after my family. I also have to make sure that my kids get proper school. My kids also varsity, the varsity
sort of
stuff and all of that assault, and my external family, you know, like my mom and my uncles, that they have to also be okay.
Yeah.
Before I could
Before
give
you just
anything.
give.
Yes, before I could just give. So let me rather give through the foundation. So in a way, whereas if a team from Boksburg City in Bobai request a kit, they want a soccer kit.
Yeah.
This team wants medals and trophies for that. This team wants that, or I've got a player under my wing, and this player really needs some accommodation wherever he's going to go and have trials or things like that. So why not put it all under the foundation? And then under the foundation, I go seek for partners and sponsors, you know, who can help and share that vision with me, you know. So that is what I'm working on now, and I'm working strong on that now. And it also goes hand in hand with the book that's also coming. So I asked myself, why don't I give back to people to the best of my ability through the foundation? And the foundation is a non-profit organization, which I'm happy about, because I want to give back to people freely. I want to give back to people because giving back to people fulfills my heart, you know. And also not just anyone, but the people who really need.
Really need it. It's good. That's good. That sounds nice. If you ever say to someone, "Listen, no, my Lord, just leave me alone, please. Just no."
Yeah. you know the story.
Say, "Listen, luister man, los me net bietjie uit man. Hy man, ek kla met nou aan een man. Jy my net bietjie 'n break man. Ek
Yeah.
You know you're a very nice guy. You probably won't do this. Just check there. Yeah. What time? We almost. We're gonna close it off now. I think I've got one last one after this. Then you can tell us about the book. His son's cutting his hair. Yeah. And next week, so. Eh?
This one right here. Even here where Reggie things twist his hair. Are you still busy?
We don't have hair.
Okay.
Yeah, you tell him it's fine.
Alright, that's fine.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, bye. Now I'm still busy. I just took a break. Alright, okay, bye.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were able to phone me.
There's no breaks. This is gonna stay in the interview.
Okay, bye.
Okay, but let me not put you on the spot, Shane. So
Uh-huh.
if you ever just say, listen,
Put me on the spot.
los weet man. Nee, maar mensen moeten gewoon aan die waarheid praten. Mensen zeggen, is ook een mens.
Is ook een mens.
Is ook een mens. Dus het is een machine wat, obviously die persona en die reputation en die waar je moet voorstellen. Maar dan zeg ik ook, hey man, wie? Maak me mogelijk. Los me bekijken.
You're draining my energy.
Ja, los me uit man, alsjeblieft man. Ik wil nog helpen.
Ja.
Eerlijk, ik kan iets zeggen.
I don't say it straight, but I just avoid.
You just stay away.
I just stay away. I just stay away and I just avoid. And also, what I do is I don't talk back. I just keep quiet and I'll just walk away. Even if you talk, we talk because I got to understand how to control my emotions before I can reply. Because most people that ask from you, Leroy, and I know you know it. If they ask from you and you say you don't have or you can't, they shoot back at you with a question where they make you feel bad. Have you realized that?
Why can't
They
you?
make
But
you
you have,
feel-
but you have so much. You have so much. Why can't you help me?
Or like they were like the guys you grew up with, the guys you went to school with, then they would just say, yeah, but we grew up together now, you can't give me something.
Yeah, you better.
Yeah,
You know
exactly.
better.
You better.
Uh.
Or now you think you're better because now you stay out of the location. That thing kills me the most. That follow up question from them when you say no. That kills me a lot, and I just put my head down and I walk away. And then from there on, you'll never see me again. Or I will just avoid you from there on.
Does it become lonelier when you get to your end? Do you stay home a lot? You don't go out a lot?
That's the good thing about it.
It's a good thing, yeah,
It's
but
a good thing about
it's a
it.
good thing.
Because when I'm nowadays that you now got just a little circle, you got a small circle, you only got a few friends that you call family. Then we just interact now and then. It gives you much more time for you to attend to your books, for you to work on what you want to work on, and plus for you now to have more time with your kids, more time with your wife, or your mom, or your family. You know, so I've adopted that lifestyle in terms of when I get a day off, I plan a family day. Plan a family day, whereas we can go do a hike, or take them for breakfast, or take them for lunch, or we just do something on the day, you know, so that it actually also helps. And then also sometimes, you know, when you feel like you want to have a drink with the guys, or you want to go watch a match with the guys, then you can also initiate something, you know, and tell the guys, oh, let's go to a match. We take the boys, the kids, or let's go karting, or let's do something. You know, that is actually the best way for a professional to do it. The top professional does it in Europe. You don't see top professional much in the public.
Messi.
You don't see them much in the public, and that is also good for your mental health. So if your mental health is good and your conscious, your head has less clouds in your head. So as you walk in your
You're not all over the place. Too many people, too many distractions, negativity.
Exactly.
Too many stories.
And then also, there's people that also runs interviews.
We want interviews all the time.
Also people that wants to see you, you know. So with those things you also plan. You also plan according, and those things you also plan according to what you think is in a safe space for you, or what you think where you want it to be, or what you think it's good for you. So you always have to be mindful. That's the thing about it. You also always have to be mindful, because if you're not mindful, you find yourself in trouble. And now these days, you know, with people, it's cell phones, it's videos, and next thing you just trend. They make a story out of nothing, you know. So
you're just dancing.
You're just dancing, and then the next thing,
big story on the newspaper. Bernard Parker.
It's tricky. This industry is very, very tricky.
Tricky.
And people don't give you flowers when you deserve the flowers. They don't give you. They wait. Just wait for that one mistake, and when you do that one mistake, then
And they blow it up.
then they blow it up, and that's what they'll judge. They'll judge you about maybe for the rest of your life, but they don't see the thousands of good things you do. Just by that one thing you've been judged now, just that one thing. It's
tough, right?
it's tough.
But I must say, for you to stay so consistent and so disciplined and so focused over that time, that takes, as you said, it's not easy.
It's not easy.
It can't be easy because remember it's a different phase of your life. You go from wanting to come up, maybe from nothing or from very little, and you come up and now you have to deal with all that emotion. And now some people can take it, some people can't take it.
Yeah.
Some people, and people judge you because now you're also figuring out yourself. You're a person, you're figuring out your life, you're figuring out yourself, you're learning about yourself. No one is born knowing everything, and you go through those different stages, and some people make mistakes, other people, yourself, praise God, you haven't made mistakes. So
I've made mistakes, but it's part of life. But it's not big mistakes.
But not big, like massive, unnecessary, stupid stuff. Yeah, that's good. Tell us about the book. You're an author, my brother.
Yeah.
Now it's time. Now you've gained all this wisdom over the 20 years, and now you have to give it back. Tell us about the book. The book hasn't even launched yet, eh?
The book, yes. Let me give you all the details. I've got a book coming up, my own personal book. Before my own personal book, I was involved in 2 other books.
Okay.
Involved in 2 other books where we collaborated as 11 authors. One of the books where we collaborated as 11 authors, where we share our life stories. So I just share my life story from a sports perspective. Others share their life story from an opera's perspective. Others share their life story from their own businesses. So it's a whole.
What book is it?
It's called What I Have Learned.
What I have learned.
Yes.
What I have learned.
What
We'll
I
put
have
that up, eh?
Yes, I'll share it with you.
Should have bought the books, man.
It's
Is that your son?
no, I'll attend to that.
Okay.
It's called What I Have Learned. Next time I'll bring the copy. And then there's another book where I also collaborated with also men that went through difficulties, men that lost everything and now they come back up. So I'm also part of that book, and it's called Men I Rise. Men
What I
Rise.
have learned and Man I
Rise.
Man I Rise. Sounds interesting, eh?
Sounds interesting.
What
So
I've learned and Man I Rise.
yes, so being myself collaborating with such great authors, I thought to myself, why don't I just write my own book? You know, and writing my own book is also by sharing my full story from nothing. And sharing my full story from nothing is just through inspiration, by telling the boy child or the girl child that no matter your circumstances, whether you're in a village, whether you're in a shack, whether you don't even have a roof over your head, or whether you're in the street, but it is possible through God's grace that you can achieve your dream. And my book title is called From Shack to Destiny.
From Shack to Destiny.
As it dangas die gras.
Aye. Guys, we're on a construction site here, so we've got
Okay.
an office here. So unfortunately, there's some noises in. Deal with it.
Yeah, the book, as I just mentioned, it's From Shack to Destiny. And me growing up in Rega Park, Bluebell Street, with my mom, my dad, my mom, and my elder brother. And my dad unfortunately left us, and he went to stay somewhere else. But where we were staying was in somebody else's yard, and that somebody else was my dad's sister's yard. So when my dad left, his sister felt that why is there any need for us to stay there? Yeah, we must find our own place because we're no longer with him. So we had to move out. And now I have made so many friends in Rega Park and all of that, and now we got no place to stay. And my mom had to make something quick and she got a place for us, which is in Ramaphosa, extension 5. And Ramaphosa is an informal settlement just next to Rekha Park. And everyone at that time from Ramaphosa informal settlement had to go to school in Rekha Park. So that was also the good thing there is, although I changed location, but I didn't lose my friends, you know. So when we now went to stay in the shack, it was difficult. It was very, very difficult where we only have a single bed and it is 3 of us. So only 2 can sleep on a single bed. So my brother and I would, my brother, my mother and I, the 3 of us, we will alternate who sleeps on the bed and who sleeps on the floor. So I get to experience that difficulty. And when I experience that difficulty, I got to experience how difficult it was for my mom to put food on the table. You know, she would try and get a job here. She would try and do something there at the fish and chips. She would try and iron somebody's clothes here. And then at some stage, somebody helped her, and then she got a job here in Isando. And Isando, being so far from Rekha Park, she had to leave early in the morning when it's dark, and she came back late at night when it's dark. So my brother and I, we had to raise ourselves most of the time because we see each other during the day. My mom would come back and try and put food on the table for us. So those struggles I put in the book. And when I got to be also what I put in the book is that I made so much friends in Rekha Park itself. And now when I'm playing with my friends in Rekha Park, going back home, going home now was far.
The way is far. If you look at where you blew well to
extension 5.
Quite far. Walk would be about what, 20 minute walk? 20 minutes.
About an hour walk.
An hour walk?
It's far.
You walk very slow.
Maybe a run, maybe a jog.
No, but it is far. It is far.
Maybe a jog would be a 20-minute jog or 30-minute jog. You see? So then, because I was such a good boy in the community, I was energetic, I was trustworthy because other people would send me to go and buy stuff for them at the tuck shop. Other people will trust me, and I go to Western Stasi. That time when trains were operating, and I will go buy the weekly train tickets. So then they get to give me that love because of my respect and my positiveness I had. So they get to invite me into their home because I was also a good friend to their child. So they get to invite me in their home and they'll say, no, you can sleep over, no, you can eat here. And in 2 different homes, I get to experience that. And those 2 different homes, I get to, that's where I started experience the love factor, the family factor, that we have to be, we need a father figure in our home. And it's so nice and cozy here, you know, it's loving and all of that. So when I got the opportunity to go to the School of Excellence, when I got to the School of Excellence, coming back home for me, I felt it was more of a, because now I'm at the school, I'm in a good bed, I eat good food, you know, I felt like, why would I want to go back home, you know, and go through the struggle again, because now at that age now you get to understand things. And then I would stay at the school.
Weekends?
I would stay at the school weekends. You would get free weekends and I would just stay at the school. And I think it was also the best decision I've made because most of the guys that go for free weekends, they get up to mischief, you know, and they get caught into wrong things.
Yeah.
So it also saved me is being away from wrong things. You know how it is in the street.
Yeah.
Yes, you know. So, and I also said to myself, I am here at the school because the good thing about it is our graduates, Stephen Pinar, Sipo Nunens, Dylan Shepherd, that time Dinklade was with me. So you could see people graduating, going to professional clubs, you know. So that was actually also motivation for me to say, I want to be a professional so that I can make a difference at home. I want to make a change at home, you see. So that is also in the book. Also my time I spent at the school, what I went through at the school, it's also in my book. And then now becoming the professional. Becoming the professional where I started off professional and started off professional in a matured way, straight away. In my third season, when Benoni United became Thunder Royal Zulu, in my third season, and I became a captain.
Yes,
At the age of 21, I'm captaining big guys, you know. And now at Thunder Royal Zulu, they brought in big players, the likes of Patrick Mayo, the likes of Peter Ndlovu, Clement Mazibuko, who came from Sundowns, Japi Motale, and a whole lot of Bennett Mguni, a lot of big players who came from big teams. I had to captain them because the club saw the matured person in me, and that matured person, the maturity they saw in me, flashed back leadership to them. I would say, you know, it flashed back leadership to them, and they entrusted me to captain the team, and I captained the team, being advised by these big players. It was also a plus to me.
Good school.
Yes.
After School of Excellence, this is now your second education on the job.
On the job, you know, looking up to these big guys because you used to see them on TV. You admire them. Now I'm listening to them. I'm so much of a listener. They would advise me. They would guide me, and at the end of the day, I'm the captain. I have to say I have to make the final decision. And me being also receptive and also learning from them actually speed up my improvement process. Because I come now from development.
Okay.
Now I need to improve more.
Okay, so it's no longer development.
No, it's no longer development. Now you're now improving. Then it also speeded up my improvement. Speeded up my improvement so fast. Within 2 years, I was in the national team. Then the next thing I'm overseas. Then I also shared my journey overseas, what happened overseas.
That's why we stopped calling you Bernard and we started calling you Bernard Parker.
Bernard Parker, yes.
Yeah, who was Bernard Parker.
Bernard Parker, yes, for sure. So, you know, as I mentioned earlier on in the interview, you know, those steps that I made in my career with the support of the people, being respectful, being a good boy, always listening, and all of those type of stuff, that actually helped me a lot in terms of becoming a better player or elite player. So then I also shared my journey, my overseas journey as well. You know, participating in the Champions League, participating in the Europa League, winning the league, also that side. You know. And also playing in 3 different countries that side, and then coming home eventually. Before I came home, played the FIFA Confederations Cup, then played the World Cup, and then continued my Chiefs career. So everything is in the book.
Interesting.
Everything's in the book.
Interesting.
And
from shack to destiny.
From shack to destiny.
That's interesting, guys. From shack to destiny. We're gonna put it up on the screen. Where do we get it?
Yes, you will get the book. Soon it will come out. Can I just add more on the book? The book is not only my story, but the book is also people sharing their journey with their time that they spend with me.
Who shares it?
So the likes of Dr. Kumalo when we won the league together. The likes of Benny McCarthy when we played together. Bafana is my role model.
He's in there as well.
He's in there as well. A lot of stars, Sipiwe Shabalala, coaches like Kevin Hunt, Steve Compella, Stuart Baxter, and I'm so blessed that I even got a forward from Mr. Dr. Kazam Taung himself. So that book is packed with a whole lot of greatness. So
sounds powerful, eh?
I'm blessed.
That sounds powerful.
Yes,
Did you play with Dr. Kumalo? Dr. Kumalo
assistant coach.
Oh, I thought. So maybe you got him as a Dr. Kumal or this guy is not that old.
Yeah, no, he's my assistant coach. He was my assistant coach.
That's
then.
good.
But we won league. We won the league together.
Yeah.
Yeah, twice.
Praise the Lord, bro. That's I'm looking
Yes.
forward to getting this book. When you saying soon? When is soon? You're not giving us a time.
Yes, by the end, kicking off from the end of June. Kicking off, there will be a website that will be up and running, and on the website you'll find all the details, and I'll give you all the information once the website is up and running.
Okay.
And on the website it will be everything about Bernard Parker. You can purchase the book from there. You can order a kit, an inspirational kit, Bernard Parker kit. The foundation will be on there. Bernard Parker also does public speaking and upliftment. So all of the things will be on the website. Where you
So this
can-
will be your
where you
personal
can
website with
access.
everything that you do. If you want to follow you, catch up with what's new,
Exactly.
what's happening. Interesting. Interesting. Yes, so dude, that book, the way you're explaining it to me, it must be difficult going back to all those emotions. I know we're going on long now, but going back to all those, when you were young,
Yeah.
touching those, tapping into those feelings and
Yes.
those emotions.
Sorry, Leroy.
No worries. Okay, guys, so the website will be up end of June. But in the meantime, I think you can go follow Bernard Parker follow him on his Instagram, follow him on Facebook, follow him on YouTube.
Not yet.
Not on YouTube. Not YouTube.
Twitter.
So that when the website drops and the book drops, that you're one of the first people to order. Maybe you can pre-order it as well, right?
It's up now for pre-order.
How do we pre-order it?
There is a flyer that I just started off with the pre-orders.
Can we put that on the?
You can put it
You'll
on.
send it to us, nah? And we'll put it on the.
Yes.
We'll put it on the screen as well. And yeah, man. Yeah, so that was inspiring, dude.
Yes, thanks a lot.
I think you encourage us all to be better, to do better, to strive for excellence, like you did in your field. Strive for excellence, focus. And even when you look at your family, your kids, your relationship with your wife, your kids that you do business together, it's also for myself, who's also married with young kids. I also look at that and I look up to you. You've always been more mature than the rest of us.
Yeah. As young as I am.
Younger than us, but more mature than us, right? Maturity doesn't have age. Eh? Some people are old and silly. Some people are young and wise. So thank you for sharing your wisdom. Thank you for taking time out. We're inspired. We look up to you. We love you. You know, we brag about you. Yeah.
All right.
So keep up the good work, my brother.
Thanks.
Keep going. Coaching. Now you're an author, right?
Now
What are you? Are you going to be a coach now? Are you still going to play for the next couple of seasons? I don't know. You might play till 40, eh?
I might.
Might,
Hulle sê ry die kar na die wiele af.
Weet die kaart op die wiele afval.
Yes.
En die lijkt is raak stadig of raak hulle vinniger.
Hulle raak stouter.
Hulle raak stouter, which means julle kan nog survive.
No, I don't mean stouter in a stouter way. Hulle raak stouter van hulle wil die ou man dribbel. Hulle wil die ou man dribbel.
As om dribbel aan sê daar gaan nie.
Ja, en sê jy
Ek sê
stouter.
van hom daar. En as Abby so die last one before we ek John en I sê wanneer hulle sê malume. Malume ek sê relax julle, wat sê malume?
Malume is.
Malume ek. Maar as jy voel nog, maar vir jy voel nog jong, maar die body is nie weer so wie ekstra so was dit. Nee, maar
Thank you so much.
thanks so much for coming and chatting with us for the second time, and then we'll share all the details of the book and the website on the screen. So go get it, guys. Follow him on
Instagram,
Facebook,
and Twitter.
Twitter, and
TikTok.
Eish, this man is on TikTok too.
Yes.
I'm not on TikTok. What do you do on TikTok?
And also, if you see me in the streets, follow me in the streets. Follow me.
Hey, don't follow me. Leave this man alone. This man has enough following. Give him a break. God bless you. Conversations with entrepreneurs that inspire and experts to admire. So we've got Bernard Parker. They've got a spa as well, a health,
a wellness spa.
a wellness spa in Boksburg. It's Parker's Wellness. We'll put the details up in the screen as well. Where do we follow that?
Yes, please.
How do we get to the spa?
You also get Parker's Natural Wellness on Instagram and Facebook.
Parker's Natural Wellness on Instagram. What's the services that you provide there?
Provide massages, provide colon therapy, provide facials, and now we currently providing baby scans.
Baby scans. His wife, it's a beautiful place. They do an amazing job. I go there quite often when I feel stressed. So go check that out as well. Cheers, guys. See you next week.
Thank you.